All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
So, brothers, Great Millstone, New Orleans, coming at you with another live camp. Before we get started, we're gonna give our praises, glory, and infinite honors unto Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakadash. The bonds to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who taught us the truth and rule well. And peace, blessings, and salutations be to the hopefully elect, as well as those that believe in the gospel and may endure it to the end, Lord willing. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
And we're gonna start off this camp. All right, just basically giving thanks to the Lord. All right, for waking us up, man. All right, because you have a lot of people. All right, a lot of our family members, right, friends. Check it. Check the screen real quick. We have a lot of our family members, friends. People we may know in the world. All right, that's just in total darkness, man. All right, they just have no idea. All right, no clue on what's getting ready to happen on the shores of America. Is good. All right, but the Lord has woken us up. You know, Lord has given us the eyesight. He's anointed us. Right, He's given us the Kakadash, right, to understand and know the mysteries, to know and understand the prophecies. All right, the Lord is waking us up. Right. Go ahead.
This Isaiah 60 in verse 1. It says, Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth,
Right.
and gross darkness the people.
Right. It says the darkness shall cover the earth, man. All right, and that's what you see today. Jake is caught up in celebrating, last Easter. I've never seen this many people celebrate Easter in my life.
Right.
You know, when we was coming up, it used to be all about the resurrection, man. You know, but nowadays it's just Jake is just more shalom. Y'all but some thought. Jake is just more and more submersed in folly. All right, wickedness. You see, check on my bag. You know, Jake is just caught up in all kind of bullshit, gross darkness. It says what? Read it again, from the top.
For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee.
Right, the Lord has arisen upon us, man. All right, the Lord is showing His glory through His men. You see, that's why it said, verse 1, that arise and shine, for thy light is come. All right, and we are the light to the world. All right, in the world that's for the darkness. All right, what's the darkness is symbolic. It's symbolic for the wickedness. All right, that's the gross darkness that's covering the people. These ideologies. All right, these philosophies. Jake is just totally gone. The heathen just totally gone, in which they're supposed to be anyway, right? But the light has come. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say, like the brother saying, the darkness is basically the philosophies, the doctrines, and the things that you learn as of the world, right? This the book here gives it's the spirit of the Lord, man. It gives you life, right? It gives you truth. Okay, Yahweh Shai being the light, and Yahweh Shai sheds the light to us, right? Which is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of these scriptures, man. And we're able to go into it and break it down through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shai Shai.
That's right, man. But it all started with what? The Lord waking us up, though, man. Right? We can't be the light. Give me that one in Matthew when it says, ye are the light of ye are the light of the world. You know, let's get that Revelation 11 real quick. Yeah, you got something too?
This is a Revelation 11 and verse 8. And it says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Right. And being dead, real quick, give me Proverbs 21 and 16 to go with this. Because being dead is synonymous with what? Oh, and you got that Baruch, right? Con. We're going to get both of those real quick. Because when you're dead, that's being what? Without the laws, statutes, and commandments, right? Because these things are life. You see? Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 21 and verse 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Right. The man that wandered out of the way of understanding, which the understanding is through what? Through Rakakwadash. All right. Through the Holy Spirit that subs with us through from Yahweh Shai, right? That gives us what? Wisdom, through learning and understanding the scriptures. You see? But when you wander out of that way, that brings you to what? Being in a dead state, all right? Being in a comatose state, right? And which ultimately dead and darkness is synonymous, all right? But go ahead.
All right, verse, and it says, where also our Lord was crucified,
Mhm.
and they,
Go ahead, read that. Where it says spiritually that after that comma, where you at 8?
which spiritually calls Sodom and Egypt.
Yeah, read that part again. You stop at the commas for me.
This is it says which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Right, and this place, America. All right, is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. All right, that's what this talking about. All right, Israelites being in a dead state of mind here in America. All right, and that's what's been happening over the course since this empire has started from the beginning. All right, when you go into the Renaissance period, the rebirth. All right, we have been just totally all right in a dead state, right? But like the brother read in Isaiah 60, okay, we have the light of the Lord is risen upon us now. All right, having that special anointment. All right, that special endowment. You see, for us to come out of that dead state. You see, now give me that book, folk.
God.
Oh, and I want to say this too while you get it. All right. Sodom is representative of what? All right. Sodomy. Because we can't even really say,
Right.
you know, what it actually is. All right. When you look at the alphabet agenda, you
God.
know. But that's when you look at ancient Sodom, what they was doing with Lot. We want to, hey, we want to know you. You know, they banging on the door. We want to know you, man. You know, and we know what knowing, all right. When a man knew a woman in the scriptures, we knew what that mean. You know, but there was men trying to come in. The angels was in there. They like, hey man, we about to destroy this bitch.
Yeah.
You know,
Even got so sick to the point where he was like, "Hey, take my daughters.
yeah.
I got 2
yeah.
virgin daughters right here. Take them." Nah,
Like, no,
we want him.
we want him.
Hey, then they threatened Lot and told him if he don't get them over, he gonna get worse than what they gonna do to them too.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what they're doing here in America. That's what's promoted here in America. All right, you know, it used to be a in a closet type of thing, you know,
God,
but now it's just flaming
free fall.
FAGs all over the place, man. I'm talking about, you know, just totally out of their mind.
Yeah.
Right, but this is why it's spiritually called Sodom. You know, in Egypt, in which we know represents what? A house of bondage, man. You know.
And the fact that you mentioned, you know, the reason why it's not shame no more is because it's glorified.
Mhm.
So you know what they do. You are how would they explain it? Oh, you are so bold for coming out. You know, you're so strong and you're a real man for expressing your feelings and letting everybody know that you're a Mo. You know, so all of these things are being pumped up of like, oh yeah, you're a superhero now. Basically, if you deal with some type of side of it,
Yeah.
you know. So that's how you know that runs this kingdom.
Mhm.
But you got it.
Yeah, the agenda is pushed.
Yep.
It's encouraged.
Yep.
They try to get you from, you know, when you not even an adolescent yet, man.
Yeah.
You know, you just turned 10 and they telling you, oh, do you feel like you might be a man? You know, they pushing that shit on the children, man.
Crazy.
Don't
You know?
forget the TV shows. You remember
Yeah.
the JoJo Siwa chick?
Mhm.
She came out as a one of the rainbow people,
Yeah.
and she was a prominent child show host. You
Yeah.
know? So those kids see their favorite child host become a Mo.
Oh, I could do that too.
I could do that too.
Yeah.
Look at Raven Simone. I don't
Mhm.
even know what that bitch is.
You know, we all know they did some things, man.
Oh yeah.
You know, you go to that whole Disney thing. That's a whole other subject.
Yeah.
Another can of worms.
But give me that Baruch 4 real quick.
This is Baruch chapter 4. I'm starting at the top. Baruch 4:1. This is the book of the commandments of Yahweh, and the law that endureth forever. And all they that keep it shall come to life, but such as to leave it shall die. Verse 2.
Hold on. Can you read that again?
Fine.
You know, ain't gonna just skate past that.
This
It
is
says, this is the book of the law that endured forever. All right. Not just a short time, not just the time of Baruch, right? Which he was an understudy of Jeremiah during the Babylonian captivity, right? So it ain't said just this time. No, it said forever. Go ahead.
done. Verse 2. Turn thee, O Jacob, and
No,
take.
no, read the from the top after that endure forever.
Okay, God. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Right. All that keep it shall come to life. All right. Which is the wisdom, the knowledge, and understanding. All right. The laws, the statutes, the commandments. All right. That's living. You see, that's being illuminated. All right.
That's
You-
being woke, like you said.
Yeah, that's being woken up, man. You know, want to say something?
Oh yeah, just to back you up, that's being woke up because you truly woke, not what the world use, just because they know white people are the devil.
But it's crazy they use the word woke though. You know,
And they not even
and they don't even understand what that actually means. No, the Lord has truly awakened the men of the Lord. You know, but go ahead, bro.
Verse 2. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated.
Right, and give me that word illuminate. All right, because you know when I was coming up, you know, about middle school, we used to always talk about the illum to the naughty. All right, that was always a big thing to us, you know. But to actually understand what this word means, all right, know what it actually entitles and who it's talking to, all right, it's a treasure, you know. Go ahead with the word.
This is illuminate in the on.
Other side.
This is illuminate on the online etymology. It says it's a verb. It says to light up, shine on, a back formation from illumination. Past participle, light up, make light, decorate written material. That's about it.
See what they say in the when that I think it's Isaiah is it 14? When they talk about the illuminated one,
Yeah.
give me that the Hebrew, the Strong's definition, you know. But that's the light, being illuminated, walking. This is the way, walk ye in it, man. You know, they tell you in John 3 and what's that, 19? You might have to get that. You know, you holding something?
Yes. Yeah, I was holding something.
Oh, good. Get what you got, because I know your brother's holding.
You look at mine.
Yeah.
Oh.
John 3:19.
The Lucifer, how thou fallen, or Lucifer. I don't remember. Did it say something about illuminated one? You know.
Yeah, that's it right there, man.
Yeah, it did. Let me see.
If
I'm
you
right
can't
there.
find it, don't worry about it.
Because I remember Lucifer with the light bearer. We got
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
That's
what
what
I'm
he
talking
talking
about.
about.
Yeah,
Lucifer light. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's Isaiah 14.
12.
yeah.
Got you right here.
Right, but I thought about that because that's the you know, that's what they call themselves, the light bearers. You know, the hidden hand, the elites, right? They call themselves the illuminated ones. Like they're the ones with the light. Oh, the people in the world, they just pieces of shit. They call you what? Goyim. You know? Oh, we're the ones with the light. No, man, we got the light. All right. Fuck with that.
I'm trained. That just be.
Oh,
connected.
connections. Oh, all right. Yeah, go ahead with your precept. That threw me off. Damn.
Yeah, you said something else too. That threw me off too. When you mentioned the illuminated ones,
I said we are the true illuminated ones.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. Because in that verse where it says you want that word Lucifer, the light bird.
Yeah, you can get it.
This is Lucifer in Isaiah 14 and what was that 19?
12.
And 14 and 12. So like the word Lucifer, Strong's H1966. It says Lucifer, light bearer, shining one, morning star of the king of Babylon, and Satan figuratively.
Hey, I got y'all. Hey, the AI overview got a better definition of what you're looking for.
Okay. Wait, read that definition again with Lucifer.
On the outline of biblical usage, again, Strong's H1966, it says Lucifer equals a light bearer, a shining one, morning star, Lucifer, of the king of Babylon and Satan figuratively. Twat Hallel describing the king of Babylon. And then, if you go further up in that chapter, furthermore explains Esau, Edom, being explained as Lucifer.
Right.
Okay. But precept I had real quick was did you grab Ezekiel with the valley?
Yeah, I was holding that.
You was holding that?
But you got it. You got it.
No, so you can bring that out, Baba
Okay.
Shot, and I'm gonna bring out the Psalm 23 behind
Okay.
the valley shadow that them two.
Yeah, absolutely.
This
This is Ezekiel
Come on.
37 and verse 1. It says, the hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones.
Okay. So first and foremost, you know, when it speaks of that valley, okay, that's a low place. Okay. So that low place is America here. All right. That lower state that we're in, you know, as slaves. But it says in that valley, read that part one more time.
It says, the hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones.
Like the brother was going into, you know, not having that understanding. Okay, so if you don't have that understanding, you're likened unto dry bones. You're likened unto being sleep. You're likened unto being dead, which is, you know, sleep and dead is synonymous, as the brother just went into. Okay, but again, you know, our people, you know, 2/3 of our people don't have that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, they're in a, we're all in a low valley. We're all in a low place right now, but they just doesn't have, they do not have that oil on their head at the moment.
I got a quick precept for you.
You got it.
This is Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 3. It says, it's like it's not 3. It's 6. I'm sorry. It says, folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in a low place.
So I can read it one more time.
Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 6. It says, folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place.
Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. Okay, who is the rich? All right, the rich in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, the first fired, last hired. All right, we're in a very low place. And what does it say? That first word, who's at the top?
It says folly.
Yeah, folly is set in great dignity.
Right.
And that's Esau Edom, man. Again, you know, as the brother was saying previously, man, where everything wicked is glorified. All right. Welcome to Babylon, where anything and everything is allowed. All right. And that's just pure abomination. There's no order. Okay. And brother could get that where there's no order. The people perish. Yeah. Bible Sean. You got it. So you want to say something?
No, you good.
What you got?
Verse 2. And caused me to pass by them round about, and behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry.
They were very dry, man. Okay, so again, furthermore, pushing the point of not having that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay, so the times that we're in right now, all right, we need to set ourselves away from these people, man. All right, when the Lord is coming back, you know how they have those movies where they're about to throw a bomb strike, and it'll tell you, hey, where this green smoke is, destroy everything right here. But right here, don't touch that.
Right.
All right, don't touch the friendly. Okay, when the Lord comes back, we need to be those friendly.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that we're doing everything to make sure that it's obvious and clear that we're not these niggas. You know what I'm saying? But you got it.
Verse 3. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, Lord God, thou knowest.
I think that was pretty much it on that.
Where you at? Ezekiel
Yeah,
37?
that was on
What
3.
verse you at? 3?
Yeah, 3.
Where you wanted to go at? You like with some more?
I mean, yeah, they got more, but
It's up to y'all. Got a lot of meat on that point.
Yeah, I wasn't even on the chapter.
Where you at?
I was at 3.
Keep going, because you got to read to at least at least like 6.
And it said, verse 4, and again he said unto me, prophesied upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord.
Right, and which, like the brother said, the bones represent who? The Israelites, man. All right, the bones is nothing on it. It's just bones, right? Which, like we keep saying, being in that dead state, when it's just bones in a coffin or a casket in the ground, that you're dead,
Right.
You're not living, you know. But go ahead.
So like, where you at? You on verse 3?
Verse 4.
I'm on 5 now.
So like, read 4 again.
It's
And bring up.
again, he said unto me, prophesied upon these bones, and said unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord.
And again, you know, the not having the understanding, man, that could lead you into death ultimately. Okay. In Bob Gashot, that Proverbs 21-16, going back up that little quick statement I made real quick.
Yeah, we brought it out. We get it again.
Oh, y'all did?
Yeah, before you got here.
Oh, Salaki.
Now you go, we get it again, because it ties it all ties in together.
Mhm.
You know, because you got the Revelation 11 and 8.
Yeah.
So you know by default you gotta go to Proverbs. You know?
God.
You said 21 and 6, right?
16.
16. It's a lot. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 16. A man that wandereth by the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
The congregation of the dead. There we go again. All right. So as the brother said, this is the second time that this came out. So we know that again, the congregation of the dead is not having the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
Right.
Okay. But it says again that the man that wandereth out of understanding. All right. So you need to be locked in, man. You know, ain't no time to be wandering out of understanding. We need to be locked in to the T to everything, man, on the P's and Q's. You know, dotting the I's. Okay. You could continue, Hezekiah.
Verse 5, it says, Thus saith the Lord God unto these bones, Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live.
And that breath is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay. And Baba Shah, you get Job 33 and 4 to back that up. Baba Shah.
I got you. All right.
You got it.
It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, and I'll start at verse 24.
Mhm.
It says, "For wisdom is more moving than any motion." Right now, didn't he say, in verse 5 to what? Behold, I will cause breath to enter, and ye shall live. Now it's telling you that wisdom is more moving than any motion, right? So let's see what else it say. It says she passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness, for she is the breath of the power of the Most High, and a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore, can no defiled thing fall into her.
And that's just fire, man. When you think about how the Lord makes all these analogies, that is a plain analogy. If you don't have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, it's considered as a breath of life to have it. So in real life, if you can't breathe, you're dead.
You're dead. Yeah.
You can't breathe air. So in a spiritual sense, what the Lord is trying to do here, he's letting you know, man, if you're not locked in with here, you're going to die.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
You're dead spiritually.
You're dead
and
spiritually.
you're going to die. You're literally going to die.
Right.
Physically.
Yes,
You
bro.
I got that, Job.
Yeah, you got it.
It's Job 33 and 5. And woman start with that 5 or 4. I think it's 4.
Was it 4?
The spirit.
No, it's full. It's full.
Job 33 and 4. The spirit of Yahweh had made me, and the breath of the Almighty had given me life. If thou canst answer me, set thy words in order before me. Stand up.
4 is pretty much the point.
God.
But like I said, the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Shai had made me, and the breath of the Almighty had given me life. All right, the breath, you know. So we know that all of the men of the Lord, man, they're full of this life. Okay, it's stated throughout the scriptures. All right. Did we ever grab that Psalms 23?
No.
Baba Gashar.
I can get it right quick. I want to hear
It was 23 and 5.
23 and 4.
All right.
Should be 23 and 4.
This Psalms 23 and 4. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they have comforted me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointed my head with oil. My cup runneth over.
So let's start back at the top again, but stop at the comma at the shadow of death.
This is Psalms 23 and 4. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
So there we go with the word valley again. So this is again explaining a low place, all right, which is America here in the captivity that we're in. All right, keep going.
But just to add to you, it's a low place between two hills. In America,
Yep.
America got two major mountain ranges on each side of it.
The Appalachian and
The Rockies.
The Rockies.
I will fear no evil, for thou art with me.
And that's it's a reason why we will fear no evil, walking in this valley of shadow of death. All right, because we have the Lord with us, man.
That's right.
All right, and that's the confidence, that's the faith that we need to have, you know, in this thing, man. All right, we slaving and we working. All right, and we gonna keep our hands on the plow, Lord willing, until the whistle blows, man. All right.
Hey, if I can make a quick point, if you can't tell that this the valley of the shadow of death, something wrong with you, man.
Right.
We walk outside, hey man, It's death everywhere,
Right.
spiritually and physically.
Yeah.
Right.
It's literally death. Is we walking in the valley of the shadow of death.
Yeah.
The death shadow literally is walking behind us, right?
Yeah.
But unless we have if we didn't have the angels guarding us, protecting us, you know, on our end, going in and coming out, you know, we be succumb to the same shit the people in the world succumb to.
Con.
You know,
Yeah.
you got it.
I got a precept.
Con. Let's finish this 5 out. Then we're gonna shoot right after.
Thy rod and thy staff comfort me.
Mm-hmm.
Thou hast prepared a table before me in the presence of my enemies.
Mhm.
Thou hast anointed my head with oil. My cup runneth over.
Con. You know, and that's the gift that the Lord gave us here, man. You know, to keep that oil, you know, on his men head. All right, to have that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, to be able to understand what's going on around them. All right, to understand, you know, the times that we're in. All right, and be able to do everything and walk in the spirit, you know, to the best of our ability. Okay, that's the reason of having that oil. All right, and that oil is ultimately, again, that's what's going to keep your that lamp on. That's what's going to keep your light on, you know, in this valley of shadow of death. Okay.
I got a quick precept just back here. I had another precept, but
Yeah, you got it.
this is just to back you up. This is Proverbs 21 and verse 20. It says, "There is treasure to be desired, and oil in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man spendeth it up."
You got it.
Kind. So, like the brother was saying, man, you know, the Lord has given us what? His knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. The wisdom of having this word is likened unto oil, man. You know, and the Lord, over the course of time, as you read, you study, you pray, you fast, the Lord increases your oil, man. He increases your level of understanding. All right. I had another precept.
Yeah, you got it. Go ahead.
This is Sirach 19 and verse, I'll start at 18, but points in 19. It says, "The fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him, and wisdom obtaineth his love."
Wisdom obtaineth his love. All right. That's how you want to seek the Lord, man. That's how you show the Lord that you love him. You know, you start by fearing, you know, and the fear pretty much brings in all the work behind it.
Sure.
That's it. You know, and that's exactly where it starts. You know, we just came through the Passover. Okay. We know that if we sit down and we sup with the Lord is going to sup with us. All right. We just have to open the door and let him in. You know, that loud. You know,
Like I say, because we ain't talking about just being scared either.
right.
You know, Jake being simple, think, oh, well, you got to be scared of the Lord. Well, I'm scared of the Lord. No.
All right.
It's talking about having a reverence or respect for the Lord, man.
God.
You know, not, yeah, we fear the Lord, right? But it's a what's the word? It's a certain respect, all right, that we have for the Lord and what he can do to us,
Mhm.
all right, and how he can bless us, all right, and ultimately how he can take this away as well.
God.
You know,
Yeah.
we measure all sides of the coin, right? That's why we fear the Lord. That's why we have that reverence for him, you know. But go ahead, bro.
I don't know what it is with this kingdom and people with words and shit, man. But just the fact that fear is something that messes people's head up to think that, oh, I'm supposed to be shaking in my boots, pissing in, you know, down my
Yeah.
pants.
Yeah.
Like, you have a physical father, you have somebody physically that you admire, that you look up to. So you move with fear because you don't want to offend them.
Right.
Okay, because
Right.
anything dealing with fear, if you don't fear him, that means you don't give a fuck, and
Right.
you want any type of smoke to come in that direction. But once that fear and those boundaries are set, all right, that's a respect level, and that's how things build from them. You know,
Yeah, to back you up. The reason why words have such hard understanding in this place,
mm-hmm,
because this place is a place that don't have understanding.
mm-hmm,
They didn't change the definitions of words and change words around, but it still means the same thing. So people are taught by that confusion. So in their mind, they can't fully understand what a word is saying because it might not even be the same word that it was maybe 20 to 30 years ago.
right. That's
What-
no speech.
Hey, I was about to say that. What we know is new speak, man. 45 years ago, this word meant this, but now it means something else.
Right.
That's crazy.
Right.
What do words, the meaning of words change?
It just changed out of nowhere.
I don't know. Oh, we gonna make it mean this.
Take Queen for instance.
Yeah.
Our women love to run around saying we black queen.
Yeah, we black holes, man.
Right.
We're holes without light. Let's give it the true definition.
Yeah.
That word black, one of the meaning is without light. So they're holes without light.
Yeah.
Let that. And that's the way they move.
Yeah.
They submitted to that too. They at the point that they don't even call each other queens no more. I ain't hear that yes queen stuff in a while.
Yes, bitch.
Yeah, bitch in the move. That's it. Like, come on, man. If that's what y'all want to be, I mean, but again, that's what Babylon promotes.
Yeah.
This is what you want to be. Everybody wants to be a bitch. Everybody wants to be a boat. Everybody wants to be a YN, YC. You know, all of these things that's ultimately leading to death, man. You know,
Trendy things.
the trendy things. I'm like, God,
I got this kind of goes into what y'all was talking about.
God, you got.
This is
you still got
Sirach 18 and verse 27. It says, a wise man will fear in everything,
Mhm.
and in the day of sinning, he will be aware of offense, but a fool will not observe the time.
I was meditating on that precept over this week, man. Because read it one more time. Let's just break it down.
It's verse Sirach 18 and 27. It says, a wise man will fear in everything.
You stop right there. Why would he fear and everything? All right. Being a wise man, you have to be considerate. You have to be understanding of what's going around you at all times. All right. You can't be a wise man. You can't be a watchman of the Lord and don't know what the hell is going on around you.
Right.
You know? But keep going.
And in the day of sinning, he will be aware of offense.
He's going to be aware of offense. All right. So he is not out here willy-nilly just fucking around, man. All right. Jake is out here doing everything to the best of his ability. And on top of that, even if he falls short, he take it to the chin and he keep on moving. All right. And that's how you're supposed to move as a man of the Lord, being in his flesh, man. We work every day. Every day we get better. We got to get better every day. Okay.
Right. I was just going to say, the way the scripture went, it says a wise man will fear in everything.
Mhm.
That's broad.
Yeah.
But then the scripture got very narrow and pointed out something specific. It said in the day of his sinning.
Yeah.
Right? Because we talked about what? We talked about the fear of the Lord, man. So the man that fears the Lord, he's gonna feel what? Sinning.
Right.
Like if he know he consciously went off or he did something wrong,
Mhm.
it's gonna bug him, it's gonna eat at him until he correct it, till he gets it right.
Exactly.
Right. Because what's the most thing we fear the most? Yahweh.
Right.
Mhm.
Yahweh Shai.
I was shocked.
And we know the closest way to get to them is by doing what? The things that's pleasing.
Right.
And the things that's pleasing is written in the book.
Mhm.
You see?
Oh,
But that's why I said in the day of sinning, he will be aware. Oh, I did something, man. The Lord might not be pleased with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's always in the front of our minds.
Yep.
You know?
and it has to be there.
Yeah.
All right. Because you can finish it out real quick, Baba Sean.
It says, but a fool will not observe time.
And that's why we have to be like that, because a fool will not observe the time. All right. A fool is going to, again, remain in the congregation of the dead. Oh, it's fun over there.
Yeah.
Hey, everything that we see about the congregation of the dead, hey, that shit on TV. People making six figures. They streaming.
Yeah.
You know, they going to Dubai. They going to Japan. They doing all of these things. World War III going on. But they having all this fun, boy. But that's the congregation of the dead. Okay, and you got to understand that, and that's what the I always been somebody to catch signs like that of like, in which we all do, coming in the spirit of things now. That brothers be like, hey, no, wait, these things is moving too good right now.
Yeah.
Everything is nice, good, and way too relaxed.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Right.
This need to stop. This need to be. I know this is hell, and I'm not supposed to be having fun here. You know, but again, the congregation of the dead, they're having fun here. Dude.
Got that exactly what you just said. Basically, this is Sirach 1. The points in 13. I'm start at 11. It says, "The fear of the Lord is honor and glory and gladness,
Yep.
and a crown of rejoicing. The fear of the Lord maketh a merry heart, and giveth joy and gladness, and a long life." His point, it says, "Whoso
My bad to cut you off real quick.
Said
'Cause
long.
Me and the brother Cabal, we did a lesson on that,
Mhm.
on how to fear the Lord, keep us motivated.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, brother, it's nothing more better than having a healthy fear of the Lord.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You naturally just fearing the Lord, having that reverence, that respect, moving in the spirit, you know, doing the right things that you're supposed to be doing.
Mhm.
But when the Lord got to come and be like, you know, bust your ass, that fear ain't healthy,
Yeah.
you know. But you don't want to keep it to a point where the Lord keep trying to bust your ass, because ultimately he's just gonna kill you,
Right.
you know. But go ahead.
This verse 13, it says, whosoever feareth the Lord, it shall go well with him at the last, and he shall find favor in the day of his death.
He shall find favor in the day of his death. All right, that's your redemption card right there, man. You know, and that's what we fighting for, man. That crown is our redemption. All right, that's getting away from these bodies and being back close to the Lord, man. All right, not going off no more, not being in the flesh, not being chastised no more, not having to get those ass whoopings no more from the Lord. All right, Jake can't wait for that moment when shit is going good and it's supposed to be going good. When shit going good here, it's like really, like, bro, why is it going good? This is not supposed to be going good right now.
That's crazy.
Am I supposed to be getting knocked off or something? Like, Jake mind go
Crazy.
everywhere when things go good out here, and that's a sick mindset to be here, and that's how you know you're a goddamn slave, you know. And but again, Jake won't stay here, you know. Jake don't want to rise and depart because this is not his rest. This is his rest, you know. Jake got a 100-year plan, you know. How is that still out and about, bro? How do you still want to be here when every year gradually gets worse?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. And then Elder Apostle Hart to say that this is probably going to be the last year of any type of normalcy. No more after this, and Jake could see it. Clear as day.
That's running low right now.
Yeah.
Just you look at the thing, especially with the Strait of Hormuz being re-shut back down.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Lord saying, hey, that murk that y'all enjoying so much, I don't like it, and you won't have it. And that's what's about to happen.
But Jake is still murking.
Yeah, still Merton.
Still murking.
Because, hey, as it says in 2 Ezra 16, even with those
Scourges that sent
those charges for amendments,
They
they still don't pay.
The fool in the House of Mirth.
Oh, gosh. Wait. Which one?
I think I said it backwards.
Isaiah?
Isaiah 24.
House of Mirth, yeah.
John,
Fool.
it's better to dwell in the house of mourning than the house of
Yeah, I think I'm gonna mix two of them together. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's
We can get both of them, really.
yeah. Grab that song from me.
Okay.
Get that.
You said 10, right? You said,
Yeah, 107 and 10.
all right, I'm gonna start at 8. This is the book of Psalm, chapter 107, start at 8, the point is in 10. Oh, that the man that would praise the Lord for his goodness and for his wonderful works to the children of men. For he satisfied the longing soul and filleth the hungry soul with goodness.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the point, such as in darkness and in the shadow of death, being bound in the affliction of iron.
Oh wait, wait, where you at?
Psalm 107 and 10.
You say you started at 8?
Come. You want any Proverbs or something?
Song. Where you at?
I think that's the same thing.
Yeah. So like, go back to 8.
Fine. This is book of Psalms, chapter 107, and verse 8. Oh, that men would praise Yahweh for his goodness, for his wonderful works to be the children of men.
Mm-hmm.
For he satisfied the longing soul and filled the hungry soul with goodness.
That hungry soul, all right. The longing soul, all right. Who's out here suffering? All right. Who's in that spirit of in a low place right now? You know, who's doing this to show the Lord, like, hey, Lord, like, none of this shit means nothing to me. You know, we'll give up everything. You know, and I know I could speak for every brother that believes in this thing, man. Jacob give up everything, just like it said in the Matthew was the 18 with the generation, the regeneration with Peter. You know, we're forsaking everything to follow you, Lord. All right, we don't need nothing else to continue around this thing except for the ministry and for you to come back and destroy this place, man. You know, but you got it.
All right, verse 10. Such as sit in darkness
Mm-hmm.
and in the shadow of death,
Mm-hmm.
being bound in affliction and iron,
Uh-huh.
because they rebelled against the word of Yahweh Bashim Hoshai and condemned the counsel of the Most High.
So it's a reason behind it, all right. And that's what that oil. That's what that light. You know, being in the understanding allows you to understand. Okay, we know that we're at fault. We know that is things that we messed up on and we need to be trying to correct at the moment. Okay, knowing that it's not going to be perfect, not knowing that it's not going to be uh done in a beautiful manner. Okay, but it will get done. Thus said the Lord. You know. But again, it says because they rebelled against the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and contemned the counsel of the Most High. All right. Therefore, he brought down their heart with labor, and they fell down, and there was none to help. All right. But we're here to say that the Lord is coming back now, man. All right. That sentence is damn near complete. Okay. We already in the midst of World War III. We already got the C-HIP, already doing this thing. Everything just has to be implemented and enforced down. All right. We see the chaos over the hillside, man. All right. And it's coming near. All right.
I just want to say, it's like but I wanted to say, it says, that verse 10, it says, such as sit in darkness and the shadow of death, being bound in affliction and iron, going into, basically our people catching hell. But basically, the way the devil has it set up is he's playing on our people's minds, because sitting, you're not moving, you're idle. You know what I'm saying? And the idle mind is the devil's playground, man. And he's covered our people with all kinds of manner of wickedness. So and from they birth up, they're grown into wickedness. So it's all they know, man. And these are the things that happen when you don't have the spirit of the Lord, when you don't have Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. But
You say you gotta
no. I mean you was holding I got that Ecclesiastes 7 and 4.
The house of
Yeah.
that'd be in a
Unless did you have that
you got
I'm good. Okay.
get that, yeah.
All right,
Start at
like 2. Yeah. There's Ecclesiastes 7 and 2. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart.
One more time.
It is better to go
Mhm.
to the house of mourning than go to the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart.
So that the mindset that we are here in this captivity, man, that you need to be in here is a mourning mindset. All right. Sighing and crying, as it says in Ezekiel 9 and 6. All right. That mindset is a 180 counterpart of what's actually going on around here. Of these people, like I say, given into marriage, as in the days of Noah. All right. You got more?
Yeah. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better.
So we know ultimately, man, just through this suffering, through this pain, is greener on the other side. We have a kingdom that's coming towards us. So it's a reason why we're going to be going through this suffering. It's a reason why, all of this is happening, but it's a reward at the end of it. Okay. And Jake just have to keep that on their mind, on the forefront of their mind. Okay. You got more?
Yeah. Verse 4, it says, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth.
Yep, that's exactly what I wanted. So again, it says 2 sides. One more time.
The heart of the wise is in a house of mourning.
Yeah.
But the heart of fools is in a house of mirth.
And why would you say that the wise is mourning? All right. Because first and foremost, you woke up. That's one. Then they tell you that as I'm roughly paraphrasing, but as wisdom increase, sorrow. Yeah. It's in Ecclesiastes.
Yeah.
It's in Ecclesiastes for sure.
Yeah. I think it's a 1, bro. Yeah, I got it.
Increases.
This is Ecclesiastes 1 and verse 18. It says, for in much wisdom is much grief.
Yeah.
And he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow.
God increases sorrow. Right. So again, that mindset right there, that comes to fault, of having the wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Jake has the mindset now of like, bro, I don't want to be here. All right. So yeah, owning and groaning of getting the hell out of here. That's a constant, and the Lord want us to be in that mindset. He don't want us to be here all happy, picking all flowers and holding hands with the enemy. You know, it's a battle going on, man. It's a spiritual battle, and it's about to be a physical battle when the Lord come down here and put belt to ass. All right.
I just want to add on to what you're saying.
Yeah.
As the scripture, what you're saying, as we increase knowledge, we increase sorrow. But on the opposite end of the spectrum, the people are given over to mirth, which means that they're basically given over to their desires, man. They're given over to their lust, right? This is the things that Esau gave them, you know, from whatever their teenage, adolescent years. It's all they know, which is complete wickedness, man.
You got it.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, and verse 24. It says, by faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of Yahweh than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
Come on, man. So we got Moses. It says Moses, the adopted son of Pharaoh, okay, had the opportunity and probably the best position as an Israelite at that moment in Egypt. All right, living in royalty, pure royalty. Ain't gotta lift his finger, his feet ain't gotta touch the ground. He ain't gotta do nothing. All right, he was grafted into royalty to some goddamn heathens.
Yeah.
All right, but it says for a season. Read that one, that last part.
It says, hold on. Okay, flying. It says, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of Yahweh than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
Gone for a season. All right, because again, Moses has to understand that he knows that it's 4 seasons. It's only for a moment. All right, we could go throughout the scriptures and we see that, you know, 1,000 years is a day for the Lord.
Right.
All right, so these things that might be a season, this is literally not even a blink of an eye for the Lord, man. All right, it's just a quick moment. But again, Moses would rather suffer and receive that reward that comes after suffering rather than being in that house of mirth, you know, in relaxing, being on his fucking sitting on his ass.
Yeah.
You know,
Because when you look at a season, we in what, spring now.
right?
It was just winter.
Yep.
That's how fast the seasons change.
Gone.
So the pleasures of sin is just for, that's literally how short it's months.
Gone.
You know, we talking months. In the course of Egypt and Pharaoh, you know, that would have been longer, obviously, but that's still a small amount of time.
Yeah.
You know, compared to, and we compare everything to eternity.
Gone.
You know, these things that you, instead of going to camp, I'm gonna go to this party over here, this day party. You know, I just came from brunch. You know, that's in being a mirthful spirit. I'm gonna go to camp next week. You know, oh, I ain't gonna go, come to the Friday lesson. I gotta go out.
Yeah.
You know, taking my girl somewhere.
Gone.
You know, or I'm going to this party. I catch y'all next week.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna get on the conference call. I'm going out to eat,
Come on, man.
partying and bullshit.
Yeah.
Not rather choosing to say, look, man, I ain't going nowhere. It get to the point with me, people don't even ask me to come somewhere no more.
Right.
No, you ain't going.
Yeah, but I know you ain't going.
Gone.
My mama called me and she said, oh, it's Saturday. Never mind.
Thank you.
I said, all right, ma. I'll call you later.
Yeah.
When I'm done. You know, this is choosing rather to suffer with the, you know, going, get up with brothers, you know, bring it out, you know, preach. This is what we commanded to do. Not just be immersed in folly and bullshit,
Yeah.
you know, in a mirthful spirit.
Yeah.
You see? But I got one more verse for you.
Gone.
Verse 26. It says, esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward.
Come on, man. Esteeming greater riches. Come on, man. Greater riches. And ain't nothing greater than the reward that Yahweh Bashim Shah is given to the men that serve him, man.
Yep.
You know? Like imagine if it was a whole book, you know, each got its sections, it's got the history, it's got the prophecy, what's going on. But one of the main parts of that prophecy is these group of people who believe, you know, in this completely dead ass world, in this slavery that went as a group of people who's going to receive a great reward.
Yep.
All right. Even to the point where the Lord start talking about different worlds. Like, come on, bro. we ain't even been out of America. We ain't even been to another country. You know, speaking of like something like Europe or some shit like that. I know brothers probably been to Jamaica or some shit like that. But you know, still, this is greater things. You know, for what the Lord is going to give you. You know, for the men that are serving Him, man.
Hey,
No.
brother, I want to go to Thailand.
For sure.
I want to go to Japan, Tokyo.
BBC, BBC.
Take the song. You know, hey man, we want to do that shit.
Yeah, brother.
We can do that shit actually.
Yeah. You took the second part out of my mind, because Jake had to put that what they say on the TV when they try to say like a
Subtitle.
A headline,
not a headline like a news like breaking,
breaking news. Yeah, it's
but it's not breaking news. I can't think of the word, but basically Jake, you can still fucking go out. You know, that's all I'm basically saying.
right.
You know, you can still go out. You can still go out, get you something to eat.
Advertisement.
No, advertisement not
Okay.
the word either.
Okay.
But it's just something dealing with that. But
Yeah.
like a PT, what they say, public service announcement.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Public service.
I believe that's
PSA.
PSA. Yeah. As a PSA, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, Jake. You know, don't be over righteous much. All right. Yeah, brothers, you could still move around and do the things that you need to do, but just keep the business first. You know, that's plain and simple on
Hey, but real quick, because I said that because we, you know, let's put it out there, Jake. We can do shit.
that.
You know, we can go there, right? But is it smart right now?
That's what I'm just
Seeing the world is in a conflict, you go out there right now, you may not come your motherfucking ass back. You know, maybe before the demic, the you know, that was cool, possibly, but you know, we ain't playing around like that, man. You know, brothers can go book trips and, hey man, we can do it. You know, all things are lawful, but all things are not expedient. You know, go ahead, go.
yeah to back you up because like it says in Ephesians 5:15, man, we got to be circumspect.
Mhm.
You know, right now it's not that time to really be like, okay, I want to plan a trip to Japan or to England because the world, hey, them people don't even like America right now.
Look what happened to Dubai.
Yeah.
Everybody going to Dubai.
Got shut down.
Jake was stuck in Dubai for 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, go ahead.
Now go to a hostile country that Trump them pissed off, and now see what happened.
Yeah.
Cause they starting to get rid of them embassies. They ain't gonna be able to help because that what happened in Dubai. They were like they went to them embassy in Dubai. They were like, look,
The embassy
can't
got
get-
hit. The embassy got hit with a missile.
so
Damn.
what you gonna do? Do you really want to go in a time like that? Is it that important?
Yeah.
So you what happened when that judgment come down upon you?
I don't know if the video was old or not, because you just see those things, and I'd actually check it at the time, but it looked pretty recent of some type of battles was going on around that Iran area on that beach, and they literally had people on the beach in the midst of a ship.
Of the ship.
Yeah, you saw that? God. I didn't look to see what time that was, you know, made, but
That's crazy.
yeah, somebody was making the video. It was like, yeah, this is just an explosion went off over there, and people still on the beach.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah,
Got that.
it's a war zone. Outside this bitch is a war zone, man.
Yep, I got you.
Yeah.
Yep, it's Matthew 24:37.
Mhm.
It says, but as the days of Noah were,
Yep.
so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Yep.
For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking,
Uh-huh.
marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark. And they knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
God. And there we go again, man. This precept probably come out every week.
Yeah.
And it needs to,
Mhm.
all right? Because it's you know what they say, what our people needs to be like what you did for us, you know.
Yeah.
It's different type of learners. It's visual learners,
Mhm.
is learners that's good off of just hearing, and it's learners that need to
Sure.
hey, actually got to show them. All right. The Lord here is picking one of his you know, his styles, and he's showing you that this has been done before.
Right.
All right. This has been done in the form of a flood, though. Okay. And people were still acting like this. People were still giving into marriage and not listening. All right. Yeah. rain coming from the sky, you know, wasn't a thing at the point in time, which made people, you know, be so not having faith, you know, in the words that Moses was relaying. Not Moses, like
No.
No.
Noah relayed to the people. Okay. But again, it's the same thing, man. You know, and these people ultimately going to be destroyed by the ICBM nuclear missiles, by the fire, all right, which is the second death, not the flood, which is the first death. You got it.
Back you up. I think Noah was out there prophesying for what 120 years.
Mm.
You think somewhere in that time you see this man every day saying the same shit? Something in your mind should be like, well, maybe what he's saying might be true. Well, he been coming out here for way too long, saying the same thing and never moving off that point.
But it was far fetched though,
Yeah.
because at you had that point in time, it wasn't raining.
Mhm.
There wasn't no such thing as rain.
Just missed.
You know. So you got Jake coming out there saying, "Oh, it's gonna rain." Shalom. You got Jake saying, "Oh, it's gonna rain." Like, what are you talking about, rain? But we coming in instead telling you that it's gonna rain again.
Yeah.
Lord coming back. It's about to rain fire and brimstone.
Yeah.
With these nuclear missiles. But Jake is just what? Focused on audience bullshit. Like man, go ahead, brother. I'm about to say some crazy shit.
You made me think about the fucking BIG when it was on the fucking stage. This party and bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shalom, man.
God, what was the last thing you said? Yeah, but she might break it down. What was the last thing you just read something?
Nuh-uh.
No.
What?
I thought you had said something. So like, you got it.
God, this is 1 Thessalonians 5. I start at verse 1.
Yeah.
It says, "But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for ye selves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night."
So Apostle Paul, you know, he starts off with read that part at the beginning. Don't need to write unto you. Read that part.
But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you.
So Apostle Paul basically tell you like, man, y'all, I don't even really need to write this, man.
Somebody
All right.
tagged him.
If you're a man of the Lord and you're reading this, you're gonna understand, you know, what you need to be doing, you know, when it comes to these times. All right. So, brethren, you know, I have no need to write unto you.
Yeah, somebody moved.
I'm gonna move.
You good.
What's the
Nah, they got hands.
Oh, on the
Yeah,
back.
and everybody back.
Come. Yeah. But read that second part.
Second verse.
Yeah, the prison deep in the night.
All right. It says, "For yourselves know perfectly
Mhm.
that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night."
God, you know. So as a man of the Lord, you know, you'll never be caught on your leads again, because again, as Pastor Paul just said, no need to write unto you, man. We know that the Lord is coming as a thief in the night, meaning it's going to come at a time that you least expect. All right.
Right. I was just gonna say in verse 1, it says of the days and of the seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So the prophets are watching.
Yep.
Right. We're watchmen. So Paul is saying, well, I know and see that you're going to be watching the prophecies.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to be caught off by the thief that's coming. You know what I'm saying? Because you're watching the prophecies.
That was it on that.
No, there's more.
Go.
It says, verse 3, it says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them."
When they should say peace and safety, should sudden destruction come upon them. All right. You know, so we come in again and the rising of World War III. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be in the media that in America's news that hey, America's holding their own. You know, they're doing their thing. We're in a good battle and all of these things, and everything is nice and dandy. All right. But once that moment come that this horde going to get as big headed as she is, you know, it's going to be pure destruction that's going to come to this place, man. Ultimately, all that peace and safety is going to come to an end. It's going to be straight fire, blood, guts, and ass, man.
Right. And, you know, basically, you know, America say they basically wanted out of NATO, you know, and which is big news according to prophecy, because they believe that, okay, since I'm going to war, you got to go to war. But what's happening in the news, you're unsure about going to war yourself. You're constantly back and forth. You're saying, oh, we want a ceasefire, we're trying to make a deal. And the other nations are seeing that, man. The other nations are seeing that you want out, but you're tied to these other people, I'll just say that. And we know who the US is tied to as far as this war is concerned.
The huge, man.
Yeah, the youth, the youth, so they're saying, man, we don't want no part in this. Back out, get the ceasefire deal done, and let everything go back to normal. But it's not gonna happen, according, the prophecy.
Yeah, no more normal, man. All right, the Lord is, yeah, the Lord is, staring these nations' mind, man. Preparing them for this massive war. I'm a God one. How is your pop? Okay. You
Yeah,
still,
I got some more.
Yeah.
It says, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right. So just like what the scripture saying, man, as a brother brought out earlier, as in the days of Noah, right? So the people are gonna be saying, oh, like, we're in a good case, man. The economy's starting to step back up, ramp back up. We had a little downfall, okay, but we're looking good. We're coming back stronger. MAGA, was it MAGA, Make America Great Again, or whatever, and then the law is gonna hit them with a nuclear missile,
Or the order out of chaos is working.
right?
You know, and that's because that's what all this is leading to.
Mhm.
The orchestrated chaos to bring more order. Oh, this is us making America great again. This is the way we got to do it. And you can see with all the things he signed in the office.
Yeah.
We went into that bill, the NSPM 7 last night, right? Going to Operation Warp Speed. You're going to all these other crypto and all of these different tech billionaires that he's in allegiance with. So we know what they're getting ready to do.
Mhm.
That's their ultimate plan to make America great again, man. All right, go ahead, though, bro.
I got some more on that kind of going into what he said.
You got it.
It's in verse 4, it says, but ye brethren are not in darkness. And just like what that brother just said, he said, well, we know what they're doing. We're not in darkness, right? We have this understanding through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah, the scriptures, man. And it says that they should overtake you as a thief. And it says, ye are the children of the light and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness.
Yep.
It says, therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober.
Let us watch and be sober. All right. Because the ones that's watching and being sober, that's the ones that's being like you said, circumspect.
Mhm.
Right? That's doing their job. All right. You're doing your role if you're being circumspect as a man of the Lord. All right. But you don't want to be caught as a thief in the night again, because that's ultimately just going to be the end of you, man. It's going to surprise the shit out you, and it's going to be the death of you, literally, But you got that Revelations, yep.
This Revelation 18, starting at 4.
Mhm.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people,
Yep.
that ye be not partakers of her sin, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
God, because this place, man, this place, America, and this goddamn devil Esau Edom, man, they have a lot to pay for, along with the other heathen nations. All right, but everything is going to be done in order, and Esau Edom got to get his ass bust first. Okay, but again, read it one more time.
Revelation 18 and 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people,
Mm-hmm.
that ye be not partakers of her sin, and that ye receive not of her plague.
Done. And we ain't got to get it, but I quoted it before. The Micah 2:10, arise and depart. This is not your rest. All right. Don't get caught up here, man. No, there is no continuing city, here in America, man. All right. So being caught up here is basically, signing your own death certificate. All right. You're setting, you're choosing your side to go against Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. If you think of any type of longevity being here in this place, man. All right. But keep going.
Verse 5. For her sins have reached up into heaven.
Her sins have reached up into heaven. All right. All of the wickedness that has been done in this place, man. This devil has to pay for it, man. All right. And his tab has run all the way into the heavens. All right. And the Lord has been keeping track to every letter and number to what this devil has been doing. All right. And he's going to pay for every inch, centimeter of, you know, what the hell he done did wrong. All right. And Jake is gonna, what he say, he's gonna drink the dregs, you know. He's gonna get every fucking thing when it comes to, you know, being put in this goddamn place, you know, being put below, you know, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You know?
And Yahweh have remembered her iniquities.
Mhm.
Verse 6. Or her even as she rewarded you.
Yep.
And double unto her, double according to her works.
Yep.
And the cup which she had filled to her double.
Yep.
Verse 7. How much she had glorified herself and lived deliciously.
Yep.
So much torment and sorrow give her.
This whore has been living deliciously, man. All right. Again, running up a tab, living deliciously, you know, keeping all of the nations under subjection, you know. You could say the other nations in subjection, but they got their foot on our head, you know. Our face in the dirt, you know, how they got us down here in this captivity, man. All right. But again, this whore is gonna, you know, taste destruction, man, which is gonna furthermore say.
For she has said in her heart,
Mhm.
I set a queen, and I am no widow. I shall see no sorrow.
You know, this place has never seen any type of major war conflict, you know, when it comes from another nation, you know. There never have been any type of foot in the ground of again of America being established fighting against other countries around the world.
Hey, what's that movie? What is it? Red Dawn?
Red Dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the
You see them
Chinese.
goddamn Chinese coming out the sky.
Hmm.
You know? Hey man, that's what that ain't never happened before.
Right.
But it's finna be invaded. It's already been invaded.
Gone.
You got a mass majority of the sleeper cells just waiting on a call.
Mhm.
You know?
Jeremiah 51. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but say that last part you just said again.
I said they about to find out, you know, with these sleeper cells and everything else,
Mhm.
you know, with that open border policy, you know, what Sleepy Joe had going on,
Mhm.
you had just millions,
Yeah.
thousands of military age men ain't coming with no children, ain't coming with no women. You had Chinese,
Mhm.
you had
Venezuelans.
right? You had Muslim,
Mhm.
you know, all of these people go back to certain countries that have eyes with America, though.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, but you know, furthermore, backing up the point, you know, it has never been an invasion to the land where feet has landed on ground and the people has been in war. All right, this hasn't been a war zone like that. The only thing that America has went through, you know, being a civil war, you know, with the Union versus the Confederate, but that, you know, wasn't truly what it was out to be, you know. And then you had previously before that with the French and Indian Wars, the British, and so on and so forth. Everybody trying to, you know, take over the land. But again, America being established as that formidable nation, you know, has never had any type of foe attempt to come to that land. And the people here is so big headed with it,
right?
because I done heard this so many times. They'll tell you, hey, it's a reason why these people don't come over here. They'll say because America has all these different terrains. Here you got the mountains, like the two mountains, the Rockies and the Appalachians. You have the swamps down here. You have the deserts over here. So it's so many different fighting grounds. Is the mindset that this place can't be touched. But again, the Lord is going to bomb the piss out this hole, man.
Then you got at least 85 to 90% of civilian weapons.
Weapons. Yep.
Or you're fighting a battle of attrition in grounds you don't know with people who have knowledge of the ground and where they can fight you back.
Yeah. So, you know, with that being said, you know, in the mindset of this damn heathen, hey, that seems like a winning recipe. That seems like I can't be touched, you know?
But even with that whole scenario, you look at the aspect of the Vietnam War,
Mhm.
the Iraq, Afghanistan War, and then now with the Iranian War. Why do you think DJT, all right, has yet to put boots on the ground over there? Because it's a foreign land. The landscape, the what you call it, terrain. You know, it's very hilly. Like You can't just go over there and say like, "Oh, I'm coming across the sand and I'm marching straight to the capital." No, it don't work like that. That's why Jake was getting fucked up in Vietnam.
It's real hilly over there from like based off of like movies and
Yeah.
documentaries and shit that I see. Most of like American bases is in bowls up the hills.
Mhm.
So usually while they'll be there in that bowl, you'll have them Iranians and shit in the hills just popping shots
Yeah.
down in there, fucking up not our people, but fucking America up,
Yep.
But you had
And
the Jeremiah 51.
I guess.
You had the I told you Revelation 12. Did that Barbara shot? Was that in on a did I tell you to get a precept?
I'm thinking, I just had the Revelation 18.
Yeah, no, you good.
Verse 12, right?
Yeah, that was what I told you. Yeah, Revelation 12 and 12.
Revelation 12 and 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
He knows that he has but a short time. All right. So now his plans, his play style is getting a little sloppy. All right, because everything is being rushed, it's being pushed, to try to get his agenda off, you know. But furthermore, he's doing everything playing into the Lord's hands, man. Which is going to be ultimately the end of it. All right. So with this devil, pretty much knows what his ending is going to be, but he's going to fight tooth and nail to try to not make this happen. This devil believes that he has self-will. He believes that he can change, the ordinance of time. He already changed the ordinance of the land. So how much more? That's how you know that this devil is a big-headed, cocky devil. Who's going to be sitting on his ass, soon. But that was it on that Revelation 12 and 12. You got the Jeremiah 51.
This is Jeremiah 51 at verse 14. It says, the Lord of hosts have sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against thee.
Wait, where you at?
51 and verse 14.
No, slack.
One, so-
21.
Okay, got it. This is Jeremiah 51 and verse 1. It says, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that, so like it says, that rise up against me a destroying wind.
Come. All right. So thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon. Again, Babylon being here in America, and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. All right. The destroying wind going furthermore into the ICBM nuclear missiles, which the chapter is going to break down. But you got it.
Verse 2, and it says, and will send unto Babylon fanners
Mhm.
that shall fan her and shall empty her land.
Come. So the fanners pretty much go twofold. It can be as the angels guiding, the missiles, to where they need to be, or it could be as the what you call it, the booster, the rocket power fanner booster, But keep going.
It says, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about.
Again, furthermore, breaking into the point of these missiles, destroying Babylon. Okay, keep going.
Verse 3, it says, against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifted himself up in his brigandine.
So again, against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow. All right. So that bow here again is the analogy that the Lord was giving, the men of the Lord around that time, describing a missile. All right. They didn't know such thing was a missile around that time. All right. So if you see anything when it's talking about bows and arrows and an arrow going across the world, physically an arrow can't go across the world, but a missile can. Okay.
Right. The Lord is basically, giving the nations the mindset of war, right? Because the bending of the bow is preparation to shoot. So they're artillerized and they're getting what they need, because America's surrounded by water.
Yeah.
So they need to get certain aspects, planes, whatever, boats over to this side to, like we were saying earlier, to invade the country, right?
Hey, also, 'cause when it says against him that bended, that the archer bend his bow, America is known for having nuclear capability, right? And they had the bombing with Hiroshima and Nagasaki, so they've been known to be bombers, right? So it's saying against him that bended the bow, who's known for this. America, he's known for having those capabilities. The other nations, y'all get y'all bows ready. To shoot over there.
Okay.
Got it, though, bro.
That's why I said, Joel, let the weak say I am strong.
Yep, come.
Because they getting those nuclear capabilities too.
Mhm.
All these things are in order, all right, to bring it to what? The valley of Yahweh Shabbat.
And I believe the brother Liar brought this out maybe like 2 weeks ago when he brought up that the example with Iron Man, the first Iron Man that came out, when he first got over there, they captured that suit and they now had their own Iron Man. It became a different story.
Yeah.
That was the weak becoming strong right then and
Yeah.
there, because now we're Iron Man as well, and we about to put our own little things to it to try to make this thing, even destroying.
Oh, the Iron Man 3 when they took over all his suit. Yeah.
Oh, they did do that one too on Iron Man 3. But I was talking about the one with the desert when it was in the mountain. Yeah. The boat?
Yeah,
Oh, you got it.
And spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her host.
Read that slide, the Brigadon part one more time.
And it says, and against him that lifted up himself up in his brigadon.
So that the Brigadon being the defenses, the missile defense systems that America has here, which is, to this moment, has been top notch. Again, nothing has this place hasn't been nuclear bombed before. This place hasn't seen any type of missile, land before.
And even if they have, we sure as hell don't know about it.
Right.
Because, the missile defense system.
Yeah. So it's a mighty, mighty, decent Brigadon. All right. But we know the Lord is going to break this thing. Okay. But keep going.
Hey, real quick, if I can add this too, like that movie, what that movie name of that movie was, when the nuke was coming,
Oh, you're talking about
it's
a House of Dynamite.
House of Dynamite.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Man,
And
That was a good movie.
you saw it?
no, but brother, you just said something so bland, and he figured that out. That was crazy.
Because we talked about it.
Oh, okay,
We
okay.
talked about it.
He said with the
Yeah,
nuclear
chemistry.
missile.
Yeah. In that movie, that missile was coming and nobody knew.
Right.
Only the people that was inside the what they call it,
office.
the war room,
Yeah.
Presidential cabinet.
the cabinet. Yeah.
Mhm.
When they call it, it's the little room they go to,
The
Yeah.
panic rooms.
panic
like
room,
that.
the war when it's wartime.
Yeah,
though.
so probably war room.
Yeah, but they all only people that knew was in there. And this lady, she called her husband saying, "Look, you need to get my son, and y'all just need to go away from here as far as you can," because she knew the nuke was coming
Mhm.
to where they was living at.
Yeah.
Right, but they was gonna be good, but they was talking about the casualties, and it was like what they was
It
talking
was
about, like
9 million.
10 million. Yeah,
9 million. It was Chicago. It was here for
Chicago,
Chicago.
yeah.
9 million. Boy, not wipe Chicago out.
yeah,
You know.
and nobody knew nothing though.
No.
I thought about that because when I said that, we wouldn't know.
Right. Guess what? It said when you go into different brothers' dreams and their visions, everything just happens all of a sudden.
Yeah,
It comes out of nowhere,
yeah,
which goes back into that verse I read earlier with peace and safety.
yeah.
You just chilling, you having a normal day, and you look and you see
Sudden destruction.
there's a missile coming,
Suddenly.
and that's exactly like you said, nobody knew. Only the governmental people knew. Nobody knew they was about to.
But you all know the separation of the mindset when it comes to things like that, and why again the Lord has us being circumspect here at these times, because when on a day-to-day, but I can tell you it's many times that I've probably been zoned out and just thinking like, what is this shit pop up right now?
Yeah,
Like what if I just hear some missile, I see something blow up in front of me, like every day I'm anticipating something to happen, but they got people that again don't care, don't even know America's in war right now.
yeah.
Right.
Like me and this brother, where he work at, and where I be I deliver around the same area. Hit them goddamn warplanes.
Yep.
Mm.
They steady baking.
Yeah.
All around the city. Just baking.
And that's spirit. You know, it made a plane pass by. You know. But I'm saying all that to tie in with the Brigadon.
Yeah.
Because in that movie, the missile the defense system, it failed. It totally failed. When they shot that first one, it missed. And it was like, oh shit.
The guy in the movie ran out the room and threw up.
Yeah,
You know, because he knew millions of people was gonna die.
yeah.
And the second set of interceptors they had wasn't gonna catch
It
it.
wasn't gonna catch
9
it.
million people did it.
Yeah. So we gonna see that goddamn Brigadon fell and Lord Will is from the chariots, man.
God.
You know?
Right. The scripture said none of them shall break their ranks and none of them is gonna miss.
Yeah, we gotta get that.
You know.
We gonna have to get all of that, my
Yeah,
brother. I got
yeah.
that. I'm gonna get that in Joel.
You
All right.
go on real quick.
All right, this is verse 4. It says, "Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they that are thrust through in her streets."
Khan. And the Chaldeans, you know, pretty much again going into Esau Edom. You know, that was the witches and warlocks of the Chaldeans. You know, Jacob go and do their history of the Chaldeans. But again, speaking furthermore of Esau Edom. But you got it.
Verse 5, it says, "For Israel have not been forsaken, nor Judah of his God, of the Lord of hosts,
Mm-hmm.
though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel."
Israel has not been forsaken. God damn, that's it. For Israel has not been forsaken, you know, nor Judah of his power. All right. The northern and the southern kingdom, man, you know, we have not been forsaken by Yahweh by Shem Shad, specifically the elect. Okay, the Lord, he has forsaken the 2/3 for the moment. You know, they're ultimately going to get the kingdom, you know, at the end. All right. But it says, nor Judah's power of the Lord of hosts, though their land was filled with the sin against the Holy One of Israel. You keep going.
Verse 6, it says, "Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time that the Lord's vengeance he will render unto her a recompense."
I just thought about y'all been seeing the videos with Jacob be at the gas station and they'll be like, "Hey, I'm about to flame this bitch up. You better get out of there." But you warning that person that you like.
Yeah.
You know, I see you, hey bro, I'm about to flame this thing up. You better get out of here.
Yeah.
That's what the Lord is telling us. Hey, I'm about to flame America up. Hey, y'all better spiritually, not physically. Y'all need to spiritually get the word, all right, and flee out of this place, man. All right, prepare yourself for our kingdom. Okay. But it says, he said, "Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance." All right. So the iniquity that this place, again, as we read in that Revelations, you know, the iniquity that this whore has constantly been stacking. All right. The deeds of this damn devil. Okay. It says again, "Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense." All right. So it's a well-needed recompense. All right. The disrespect and the damage that this devil has already been doing, all right, it needs to come to a stop. All right. And it's the Lord, you know, the Lord said that he's going to get it first, you know, he's going to get that first lick, you know, beating on this goddamn devil, you know. You got it.
Verse 7, it says, "Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand,
Mhm.
that made all the earth drunken.
Yep.
The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad."
So again, the Lord is sitting here explaining to you, you know, it's not for no reason that this, you know, that this damn devil is going to get the damage that she, that he's going to get, that she's going to get, speaking of America. All right. But it says again, she has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. All right. How has all of the earth been drunken? Has been drunken by the philosophies, you know, pushed by this goddamn devil, man. As the brothers was going into from the beginning, you know, the opposite of everything. This devil is just completely opposite, contrary of our doings, as it say in Wisdom of Solomon. Is that 2 or 3 when it talks about the mindset of the wicked?
There too.
Well, chapter 2, you know. But again, it says, "Been made all the earth drunken by the philosophies, the wine. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad." All right. So this is the doings of the devil. All right, spreading his wine, spreading his philosophies around the entire world. So now that they're mad, you know.
I had a talk with an Edomite, and even he was like, when we go over to other lands, and we talk about the different tiaras, you know, um, we're really going there to spread decrat and repub. You know, that's the real ultimate ending goal.
Yeah.
They said when we don't get it, when we don't get what we want from out of it, that's when the war comes.
Yeah.
You know,
And this shit's so serious. I was just having a talk with my brother, and even my brother, no man, he has no idea what's going on in the truth. But man, like you say, that the veil has been uncovered of this whore, man. Everybody see how dirty that this whore is. All right. So I'm speaking to my brother, and my brother was telling me like, hey, like bro, everybody know that this time that this war, everybody is questioning. Like literally, this has probably got to be one of the first wars that in America that an abundance of Americans are questioning. Wait, why the hell are we fighting? Why are we doing this?
And they have the conclusion already.
Got the conclusion, and the conclusion that my brother said, which is funny as shit. He said, "Hey, we understand that we are the bad people. America, well, not we, but America is the bad guys. So everything that they're doing is just bad. It's evil shit."
And that's because a small hat.
Small,
Everybody sees that small hats are the one that actually run in America. So now it's public. It was a quiet thing behind behind the sheep.
veil.
Nobody knew.
Yeah.
So now it's out in the front, like, hey, oh, y'all listening to them, huh? So
Yeah.
now everybody doing this.
Yeah.
We don't want nothing to do with you, bro.
Right.
Hey, but see, it's crazy was I came across some shit saying that Netanyahu Jew,
Mhm.
he basically did the same thing to Bush. Because he's been in power over that a long time.
Wow. Yeah.
So he did the same thing. He gave an ultimatum to Bush.
Mhm.
Hey man, if you don't do something about Iran, I'm gonna nuke it.
Yeah.
It's basically a tactic for them to get to do what Trump did. But he did it to the last three presidents. He did it to Bush, Obama, and Biden. And their responses was that it's a theory. We don't know how true it is, but I can see it.
Mhm.
And their responses was, well, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't, do it.
Mm.
And he backed off. They didn't do it. But he told Trump that.
Yeah.
And first pledge, he went with it. Showing that the king's heart's in the hand of the Lord. The Lord gonna make it on his time.
Right.
Go ahead.
But back you up. That's why he gave Trump big prop.
Mhm.
Like this, the first president we had that actually did what we
what we
wanted
actually
to do.
do. Yeah.
That shows you. Like oh man, we love Trump. Everything we ask him to do, he'll do it. That's because Trump is no longer, he's not a politician.
Right.
All he in for is for the money.
He a businessman.
Yeah. Remember we went into that word flunky, and we find out now that America is
A flunky.
a flunky of Israel.
Yeah.
All right. So, and I think about it also too. You remember that game BioShock? I think of America as that little girl. My bad. Israel as the little girl, and America as the little the machine thing. And that basically, got America by the cojones, man. They can't do nothing about it. America is just submitted. But they should have one more.
yeah, they got two more. It says, verse 8. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Is how for her take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed.
Which this whore is not going to be healed. All right, this place is going to be a memorial. If your brother's going to get that too, this is going to be a memorial of what not to do, man. All right, it's going to be a remembrance of of a place as low as this, of what not to do, how not to rule. It's just going to be a monument, forever.
An
example. An example. Yep.
You got it,
Verse
verse 9.
9. Yeah.
It says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country.
Mhm.
For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the sky.
So there you go. Mention again. her sins, her for her judgment reaching into heaven is lifted up even to the skies. All right, again, but it says we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. All right, and you know these as the brother just kind of mentioned earlier, you know, people pretty much wiping their hands away from America, man. You know, washing their hands away from America. They don't want no dealings with this place. All right, they're on the fence right now. You know, as you can see, the conflict as the brothers went into of NATO, Trump talking big shit of Trump basically talking shit like Otis.
Yeah.
No, that's not Otis. That's
Oh man.
damn, I can't think, but you know the Temptations.
David Ruffin.
David Ruffin. Yeah. He is the Temptations. He is NATO. America is NATO.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's ultimately gonna be that recompense is gonna fall on your head, man. You know, being that whore glorified, you know, being a widow as we brought out in that revelation. You got it.
Yeah, I just want to say, because the Lord, left Babylon the Great as an example, but he uses Sodom and Gomorrah. So when we look at basically Sodom and Gomorrah in today's time, it's completely destroyed, man. You can still go back there now and what they call them, excavists or whatever, or eschatologists, end time readers and stuff like that,
Mhm.
or Bible theory people, and you could pick up the sulfur balls that the Lord had that he was using,
Yeah.
to rain down on the people and say, oh well, we can't say this ain't true because we still could collect all the stuff
All right.
that he used to even do it.
He set up
You know?
a fire.
Right. And
Put
that,
them on fire, they just burn.
and think about it, uh, 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 those balls itself, man, being on fire when it hits the body, that's extremely painful. Now imagine he's probably raining down. Only the Lord knows how much he's raining down.
Right.
So that it's symbolic now for the type of destruction and pain and anguish that Babylon the Great will go through in today's time.
Like in water tower. Let's think of one of them soccer balls, something like this coming down.
Mhm.
So it's not gonna be like, look, we just hit people here and there. He dropping mountains on people.
Hey, you got to think about this, bro. You know, it's a saying, Jake say out here about pop shooting. All right. But the saying that people say in the water about pop shooting is basically you're not really trying to hit your target. You're just making some noise. And we know that the Lord is not a pop shooter.
Never.
We know that the Lord, if he sends some brimstone, fire and brimstone coming down this place, it wasn't one or two, it wasn't three or four. It was something to get the job done. All right. And it was, again, the Lord is going to get the job done when it comes around with these ICBM nuclear missiles as well. All right. You got it.
It's 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 13. It says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
Shall not miss. All right. We talking about the Lord with 100% kill rate, man. That's my favorite way to explain it. You can't. All manners of life and death goes through Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. All right, and you have to know that. But you got it.
Verse 16, it says, like as an archer which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward. So, even, Jake was cold with it in the ancient world. With them archers, Jacob put that fucking arrow all the way up there in the air and it'll come down right on target, But that's what this is alluding to.
Yeah.
Like as an archer which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again.
John. So we brought out earlier in the Jeremiah 51 when it talks about the arrows, it's talking about a missile. When it's talking about the archer, again, it's still in the same boat as the missile. All right, but it talks about that missile being sent and it can't come back. All right, the arrow being sent and it can't come back. All right, again, that's the missile. All right, once that missile has the set destination and those coordinates and shit is set to it, it's going to hit his mark. All right. And the angels is like we said in Jeremiah 51, the fanners, they're going to guide those missiles to where it needs to be.
I got another one for you real quick.
You got it.
What's that one that said they shall be as a mighty expert and none shall return in vain?
I think that's an apocryphal.
Yeah, did I just read that?
I think,
I think that might be in
Yeah,
there.
Tripping.
I think that was in that second 16. Yeah, it should have been a little bit further down.
Yeah, I think I read that. I think that's it. But I think about something. I think it's in Jeremiah or something.
Oh yeah, it's one.
That's what I'm thinking about. It's like
Jeremiah 50.
50.
50 and 9.
Yeah.
I got it. I got it right here.
Uh,
This Jeremiah 50 and 9. It says, "For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of a great nation from the north country, and they should set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain." God, none shall return in vain, man. All right. It says again, no country. Con. Yeah. The arrow should be as a mighty expert man. None should return in vain, man. So these arrows are going to hit its mark, man. You know, plain and simple. No, can't make this thing complicated.
All right. This Revelation 9, we start at 15.
Mm-hmm.
And the 4 angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of men. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them.
Con, go back to the third part of man. Read that part.
And 4 angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour,
Mhm.
and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of men.
The third part of men going into again Esau Edom. The third part of men being the son of the wicked. All right. It's the son of God, son of men, son of wicked. So the third part of men is Esau Edom, son of wicked. Keep going.
And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000.
Yep.
And I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplate of fire, and a Jorson and brimstone, and the heads of the horses was the head of lions, and out of their mouth issued fire, smoke, and brimstone.
Con. Con. You know, furthermore described in the missiles. Okay.
Verse 18. By these 3 were the third part of men killed by fire, and by smoke, and by brimstone, which issued forth out of their mouth.
Con. You know, again, furthermore, ushering in the prophecy of the ICBM nuclear missiles, you know, destroying America, the land of the North, where the chief city of Esau Edom, you know.
And that 200,000 horsemen breaks down into the 2 million missiles.
Yep.
200 million, Slovakia, that the Lord going to use to just utterly decimate this place.
Con. Overkill. You know, that's overkill. Yes.
You
Yeah.
got to think about it. The Lord said, not now one go miss. So
No.
that's
Oh.
200 million warheads just dropping on everybody.
You got the
still
rank.
holding that rank. Yeah.
Yeah. Get that puppet show.
Yep. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 7. It says, I can start at 3, but I'm gonna just start at 7. It says, start at 3.
Go ahead.
Damn, bro, you gotta read like 3 to 10.
Go ahead.
Damn.
But see this a Joel breakdown.
But the header reads, the Lord is called to repentance.
Yeah.
It's Joel chapter 2, verse 3. It says, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them is a desolate wilderness, yea, and nothing shall escape them.
Con.
So go ahead.
A fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burning. All right. So we paint a picture.
Yep.
All right. This is describing a missile.
Yep.
All right. The fire burning behind them. He said the land is as the Garden of Eden. All right. What was the Garden of Eden? Garden of Eden was what the earth was supposed to be. The perfection, beauty, you know, at the peak, you know, the earth, everybody on the earth living off itself, you know. Even back at the point that we mentioned earlier, where it was even no rain, the earth was just in prime, beautiful form. All right, but it says, as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness.
Yeah.
So what can turn a Garden of Eden to a desolate wilderness? I should be a nuclear missile. All right. It says, yea, and nothing shall escape. What can you not escape?
Can't
ICBM nuclear missile.
hide.
Come on, man. And we talking about 200 million? We talking about overkill? Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Come on, man. You can't escape the Lord, man. And he's making sure that you can't escape.
And then in fact, the different speeds of these Vanguard missiles, and you know, you go into the actual science behind it. You're talking about shit that's traveling damn near 30 times the speed of sound. So the missile gonna hit and detonate, and you're not even gonna hear nothing.
Right.
You hear it, you're gonna look up and just see the wind.
Yeah.
You might not even get a chance to look up.
You be seeing them, it's like you be seeing them bitches when they kind of get in that airspace when they ready to come down.
Yeah.
How it look like I guess when they shoot that the warhead out,
Mm-hmm.
like how it looked like it paused for a minute,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden it just
Yeah,
like
like the blink of an eye.
yeah,
You know.
just like that. Boy,
Yeah, that's why when John was having these visions when Revelation, he was like, man, it's stars falling. Man. You know.
yeah. Woe is me, like I said, Edris, man. Who's gonna save me in that day?
Yeah.
All right, seeing all that, because Jay gotta understand, bro. It's not. Yeah, the ICB of nuclear missiles is the main part of the course, but it's gonna be still a lot of bullets, a lot of other missiles, a lot. It's just gonna be a massive overkill destruction, a time of no other.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what you always got to reflect to when it comes to okay, you're trying to gauge how crazy this is going to be. Just know that it never happened before.
Exactly.
So if you know that, that means that you need to be working to at least keep your mind prepared, or not even well, yeah, keeping your mind prepared, but ultimately just getting close to the Lord, man. If you can't think and you can't gauge the situation, you need somebody that can gauge the situation for you, and that's Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. All right.
I got
Oh,
more
so like,
questions.
no, I just wanted to add on to what you were saying because in the previous verse, it tells you it's as the morning spread upon the mountains. So not only is it going to cover, all of the land, but it's going to be as light comes into all, like off of a mountain, like as basically as the speed of light, so to speak, right? They're going to cover the land that fast. They show you that in the movie Don't Look Up. Right when a missile hit, well, when a missile, but it was a meteor, but they're talking about the missile basically. You know what I'm saying? The meteor hit, it covered everything so fast. There was no time for, like you said, no reaction time for anything.
Mm-hmm.
But you got that.
Yeah, I might have to read verse 2 since you brought it up. I'm trying not to. This Joel chapter 2, verse 2. It says, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness.
It's like, brother, you get to the top, brother.
Oh, man. I was trying to avoid
We here already now, brother.
Yeah, this Joel chapter 2, verse 1. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain.
Uh-huh.
Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
All right. So the land is, the inhabitants of the land is going to tremble, once that horn blows, man. Once Yahweh Shai makes his grand appearance. All right. For the day of the Lord coming for it is nigh at hand. All right. But you got it.
Verse 2. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, and there had not been ever the like. Neither shall be more after it, even to the years of many generations.
So a day of darkness and gloominess, all right, is ushering in, the day of the Lord. For those people who would think that, it's all about peace, it's all about flowers, it's all about, just saving, that's not the case, man. All right, this is going to be a dark, bloody day, man. And it's not going to be nothing like this ever again. If this is going to happen one time, the Lord is going to make sure that this is going to be the one time.
Yeah.
This is going to be the fireworks of all fireworks. At the end, what they say when the fat lady sings.
Yeah.
The fat lady gonna be singing around that time.
Verse 4.
Yeah.
Verse 4. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and horsemen, so shall they run.
Speaking of the missiles,
Mhm.
being in the format, because you can see horses in the older movies and shit like that. They're running formation, and they don't break their formation.
Yeah,
Why
they
the horse?
agree.
Yeah, the horse is going to trip over each other. It's going to cause more this and that and the third. So everybody just keep their eyes straight and run toward it, or whatever battle that they fight.
Verse 5. It says, like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains, shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array.
And just as me and his brother were just explaining, man, the capabilities of these missiles is going to be ridiculous. You know, to see the destruction that's going to come from behind them, in just the massive amount, you know, that's going to come about, you know, that's destruction, bro.
Yeah, it's describing missiles as people.
Yeah.
The things people do, run, climb walls. This is what the missile's going to do, right? Now, verse 6 is go ahead.
I just want to say too, because again, we are talking about, you know, at this point in time, these missiles that's going to be hidden, this is going to be the creme de la creme that they have. This is the missile that they've been down there polishing, making sure that this bitch is ready to go.
That's why I say they glitter it when they're coming out of the gulf.
Yeah, they've been waiting a long time. You know, they've been stacking up on these missiles and stuff, man. And you know, they ready. You know, we got it.
Yep. Verse 6. Before their face, the people shall be pained. All faces shall gather blackness.
All faces should gather blackness. Come on, man. The men's heart failing. All right. Travailing like a
Roaring lion.
a roaring lion.
It's like a woman
at
woman in
birth. Yeah. It's like it.
I said
But-
a roaring lion.
That's Yahweh Shai coming as a roaring lion. You know, the that mighty word leap as a roaring lion. That's what the quote is. Did I quote that right?
Yeah, that's the almighty word.
Leap
Off
down,
the throne.
leap out the throne.
7. Okay. Yeah, I ain't get to it yet.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm talking about also 9. Yeah, I ain't get to it yet, brother.
yeah.
Verse 7.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah. It says, they shall run like the mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march every one his ways,
Mhm.
and they shall not break their ranks.
And again, you know, I'm one of those guys that we mentioned at the beginning that I'm a visual learner, and I need to see things, you know, to visualize what's going on. And the best way I can visualize this is the movie 300. You know, when all them missiles, not missiles,
Yeah.
all them arrows went in the air, when they got King Leonidas and them at the end, it blotted out the sun
Yeah.
because all of those arrows was in his rank and none of them broke, and they all hit their mark. You know, but imagine that being missiles.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's why there's going to be overkill. We saw King Leonidas and them get overkilled in that movie by all them, you know, 100 whatever, how many arrows that was.
Arrows.
Yeah. So how much more the Lord? You
Yep.
know. But I think that was it on
No, I got more.
Oh, they got more.
Mhm. Verse 8, it says, neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded.
Mm-hmm.
They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them, and the heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining.
Read that last part again, verse 10.
It says the earth shall quake before them. And why is the earth gonna quake? When you talk about the bro, like the elder going to talking about putting 1,000-mile craters in the ground, man. From here to the damn near El Paso.
Right.
But 200 million of them though.
Yeah.
You don't think, hey man, the earth is gonna quake? That shit gonna cause earthquakes.
Yeah. 24. You got it.
I was gonna say just real quickly, you know, just like we were saying with Leonidas, you know, getting hit with the arrows, you know, and the verses give you a visionary, right? It says it's gonna go basically everywhere. It says it's gonna enter into the windows as a thief. You know what I'm saying? And I remember, I believe somebody put in the chat, it might have been me that put it in the chat, but there was a lady sitting down. She was at a desk, she was streaming or something like that, and she heard this loud rumble, and then she kind of like jumps, and then in the next second, everything was just gone. You know, the whole building was destroyed where she was at. It's turned into like
Yeah, and that's boy. It's gonna be a sight to see. You know,
Cheers.
you know,
From the cherries.
from the chairs. Yeah.
We don't want to see them.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like to see from the chairs.
Yeah. Lord willing, man. Jacob watched that Sea of Mingling Glass.
I got that.
Oh, you got that? Come on, man. Oh wait, let's get that the to and fro real quick.
Come. This is Isaiah 24:20. Earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard.
Mm-hmm.
It shall be removed like a cottage,
Come on, man.
and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it.
As a drunk, all right. You know, Jake been got a little wet before. You know, been out their body, and you know that them next steps ain't going straight no more. They going left and right. They going to and fro as a drunkard. So again, these missiles is gonna be hitting so hard that the Lord tell you, man, the earth is gonna be rocking back and forth like a drunkard. That's how you know that this place is gonna be being destroyed. You know, not the world, all right, but specific countries in the world that's going to be, ordained to get hit. Specifically America. But
Like we got with that Operation Mats, the
Mhm.
mutually assured destruction.
yeah,
America, they gonna get their shit off too, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're gonna see missiles get hit in China and Russia. They have their targets and they got their arsenal, man.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna sit here and act like, oh, America. I know
a chunk.
when the buttons get pressed on the opposite end, shit immediately getting pressed over here, man. You know, they gonna get their shit off, man.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Every bad guy in the movie do.
Yeah.
They try to do it, but then the superhero comes and destroys his plan. Simple movie, but this is how the Lord ordained it. All right. That was, I believe that was it on that, right?
Should have been. Let's see.
Yeah, 2 and 4 is a drunkard.
Come.
Did somebody say they had one? You said yeah, one, huh? No?
Yeah.
Hurry up. You got it.
Yeah, this is going back, into earlier when we was just speaking about how it's gonna be talked about, how this it's gonna be made an example, when the missiles hit this place. All right, but I'm gonna just bring out the precept. You gonna get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's Jeremiah 16 and I start at 14. It says, therefore, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into the land that I gave unto their fathers. All right, and when you think about what happened with Egypt, right? The Lord, he worked miracles, all right, great miracles that the earth had never seen before, splitting the Red Sea and things of that nature. All right. But it says that's not going to be talked about no more. This is going to be talked about. All right, the destruction of America, all right, and the deliverance from this place. Just showing you the scale of what the nuclear missiles are going to do to her. All right. You got it.
Oh, got the pre-show. Come on. This is Revelation 16. It started at verse 18. There were voices and thunders and lightning, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since men were upon the earth. So mighty an earthquake and so great, which was top, and that's really going into those 200 million nuclear missiles hitting Babylon the Great at one time. It's gonna cause a mighty earthquake. Like I said, the earth gonna rock to and fro like a drunkard. Verse 19. And the great city was divided into 3 parts, and the cities and the nations fell. And the great Babylon came into remembrance before Yahweh to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. That's the Lord using the nuclear missile to destroy this place. And every island fled away, and mountains were not found. And there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent, and men blasphemed Yahweh because the plagues of hell, for the plague thereof was exceedingly great. And that's showing you that once that great earthquake hit the earth, mountains and islands going to be moved out of their place. That's how massive that earthquake is going to be. So you got to think about all the islands out there. Once those nukes all hit at one time, and that earthquake hit, it's going to cause tsunamis. So islands are not going to be there no more. Coastal cities are going to be completely wiped out. I mean, we done seen mega tsunamis, but when those nukes hit, it's going to be a tsunami that encompasses the whole earth. It's going to sweep across the planet.
Oh, especially talking about one hit like on a beach or something, like on the outskirts of a beach in the middle of the water.
Uh,
That's gonna send the fucking waves all the way up to Timbuktu, man. You know?
Because that's what you got to think. You know, once these missiles is cracking the Earth core, you know, like you said, the Earth is going to be rocking two and four as a drunkard. But we know that again, that explosions can cause some type of shift.
uh,
You know, and all it takes, what they say, just a little shift in the ground like that, and that causes an earthquake and a tsunami to come immediately.
Yeah,
You know?
it's gonna cause the tectonic plates to shift drastically.
Right.
yeah,
That's ultimately what be causing like tsunamis and shit, the tectonic plates. Like, but when a missile hit it, and then you got millions of, it's like, come
Yeah.
on, bro, it's overkill.
Like that was before. Yeah. Like I remember that was one of the most interesting things I heard people talk about how earthquakes and tsunamis happen. That it doesn't take much for the earth to move. Like once that little movement happened, that caused so much force to just push everything.
it's going to be a force like none ever seen. So when they hit, and they just going to put it like this. That's why the Lord said you can't escape.
Right.
When you go into the sky or even into the depths of the ocean, there's no escape once those nukes hit America.
Going to the sky and the nuke gonna fall on
You know what I'm saying? There's no escape there. If you're not with the Lord, there's no escape. It's just there.
Like trying to dodge rain. It's everywhere.
That's basically what it is in a nutshell.
But ain't no cover.
Ain't no cover, ain't no umbrellas.
But his thought process is maybe I could get on top of the rain and not get rained on. Like, come on, man.
And send ourselves above the stars, man.
Right.
I think the scriptures say that no one shall escape.
Yeah, they say that. That's what we read that in Jeremiah 50. You know?
And they go with the lead thing.
Fucking noise.
Hey, they actually, I advise you to watch it, bro. You probably like it, but that's kind of what I'm talking about. They got a show that basically what Esau tried to do that, bro.
Oh,
It's called the 100. Yeah.
Watch the 100.
Oh, you
The
watched it?
Fucking right.
That was on Netflix.
Yeah. It's fine, bro.
Y'all fuck with the 100.
They tried to do that, like
Yeah.
they try to go hide in the satellites and then
When they try to come back to Earth, try to.
Oh, that's when they sent the
Yeah.
kids down. Oh, yeah. I didn't finish
I
watching.
try to thin
I started watching it after like
Season 6.
four. Yeah.
I didn't get that.
you gotta watch the bro. Thank you.
Oh, I'm gonna go back and
It
finish
started
watching.
getting kind of crazy.
It was after season 5, it did start getting crazy.
I
But I'm
started
gonna go back
watching
and
it.
finish.
I'm gonna
watching.
have to finish it, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna spoil it, but
You saw the part where it was the oh never mind, I ain't gonna say it because I don't know if you saw
We
it.
can talk about it.
Yeah, we
can talk about it. Get out of here, bro.
All right, this is Isaiah 13.
Like it. We could end off on that one.
All right, yeah. We got a good bit on the end of it. We do 13 and then jump down.
They get the point.
Okay, all right. This is Isaiah 13 and verse. Let's go check out which one is it?
19.
Yeah, now we look like
Okay,
see what's.
This is
19.
Isaiah 13 and verse 19. It says, "In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Which was fire and brimstone, but this time the fire and brimstone is gonna be a nuclear missile. Go ahead.
It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation."
It should never be. Shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation? It should never be dwelt in from generation to generation. All right, this is going to be the monument that that people have to see that hey, this is what happened. When you go against the Lord, this is what happens to kingdoms that rule in wickedness.
And just to back you up, a lot of people forget that nuclear fallout, it takes a long time to dissipate. So when he said never gonna be dwelt in again, you gotta think 200 million nuke going off in one spot. Man, there is no living here no more.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, because then you have the on top of the overkill from the ICBM nuclear missiles, then you have the nuclear fallout that happens afterwards. But we know in part. We prophesy part. We know in part how the Lord is going to operate that whole thing. He's going to operate it, but we know that this place is going to be destroyed by nuclear missiles. All right. Keep going.
It's neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there.
All right. It's not going to be no type of establishments, no type of, even to the smallest things, to be in a tent, you know, to somebody, a person.
The person, I was gonna say.
Yeah, let's just say that. It's not going to
No
be
people here.
human life inhabited here and all.
Hey, bro, that's the Arabian can't pitch tent. That's kind of
In the desert.
that's like, bro, come on.
And the Lord making it a desert.
Right.
But the Arabian, that's over with, man.
That's easy money to pitch a
Yeah.
tree. Yeah, you got it.
It's but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there.
Or you could just finish it out.
And the wild beasts of the isles shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged.
Days should not be prolonged, man. America days is being short day by day, shortened day by day. All right. And we pray that it happens even quicker. Okay. But again, we know that the Lord is going to make a covenant with the fowls. All right. And, you know, with all of the other bottom feeders, you know, what they be considered bottom feeders, like vultures and shit? What would that
They
be?
they tertiary.
Tertiary
Yeah, they basically scavengers.
scavengers. Yeah.
Scavengers.
So yeah, in a better sense, those scavengers clean up animals. You
Yeah.
know, the Lord is going to make a covenant with them, so they could, you know, eat up and feast up. You know, and you know,
Earth, man.
clean the earth. You know, do what they supposed to do. You know, but I think that was it. Everybody good. So we pray that this camp was edifying. Praying to get out of here. We're going to give infinite honors and prayers unto
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Kakadash.
the Balanas to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, taught us his truth. Peace and salutations to the hopefully elect, you Akim, you Akwat, which is brothers and sisters in the Hebrew that believe. In the Bible ball!
A Bible ball.
Bible ball!
A Bible ball.
Bible ball!
A Bible ball.
Kwame Yasharala!
Kwame Yasharala.
Shalom.
Shalom.